Okay, so you've heard of that old bowling alley downtown, right? The one with the retro sign and the lanes that look like they haven't been updated since, well, probably the 1950s. Yeah, that one. It's got this legend attached to it, a real local favorite, about Frank the Headless Bowler. The story goes that back in the 50s, there was a guy named Frank who worked there. He was a real character, apparently, a total prankster. Loved messing with the bowlers, hiding their shoes, switching their balls, that kind of stuff. Always laughing. But one night he was working late, back behind the lanes in the machinery, messing with one of those old-school pinsetters. Something went terribly wrong. There was an accident, a gruesome one, and Frank, well, he lost his head. Died right there in the alley. Now, the legend says that Frank's spirit never left. He's still there, the ultimate prankster ghost, haunting the lanes and messing with the living. My buddy Mike is a regular there. Bowls in a league every Thursday. He's a pretty skeptical guy, doesn't believe in ghosts or any of that hocus-pocus. He'd heard the Frank story, of course. Everyone who bowls there has. But he always just rolled his eyes and blamed bad throws on just a bad night. Until a few weeks ago, Mike was having an off night. His first few frames were terrible. He was getting frustrated. He went to grab his ball from the return, the usual shiny, swirly 12-pounder he always uses. He reached down, his fingers finding the holes, and as he lifted it, he glanced down. And he swore, he absolutely swore, that for a split second the ball wasn't a ball, it was a head. Pale, with messy hair, and two eyes that just looked at him. And the worst part? A quick, mischievous grin seemed to flash across its face before it was just a bowling ball again in his hands. Mike yelled, dropped the ball back onto the return with a clatter, and jumped back like he'd been electrocuted. The guys on the next lane looked over, startled. Mike was white as a sheet, breathing hard. "What the hell, Mike?" his teammate asked. Mike just stood there, pointing a trembling finger at the ball return. It was his head, Frank. I saw him." His teammates, even the skeptical ones, got a little quiet. They'd heard the legend, but seeing Mike, the non-believer, genuinely terrified. It made them pause. But the pranks didn't stop there for Mike that night. A few frames later, he was lined up, focused, ready to bowl a strike. He had the ball in his hand, going through his swing, and felt a distinct tap on his left shoulder. There was no one there. He flinched, his concentration shattered. His throw went wide, a pathetic gutter ball. He spun around, glaring at the empty space beside him. "Frank!" he yelled, frustrated and scared. "Leave me alone, you headless jerk." By the end of the night, Mike's score was atrocious. He blamed every single missed pin, every gutter ball, every bad throw on Frank. And the funny thing is, even the guys who didn't fully believe started saying things like, "Yeah, Frank's really got it in for you tonight, Mike." It's become this running joke, but also not a joke. Whenever someone has a terrible game at that alley, whenever a ball goes wild or pins don't fall right, you'll hear it. "Ah, man, Frank got me," or "Classic Frank." Mike still bowls there. He says he hasn't seen the head again, not that clearly anyway. But sometimes, when he's reaching for his ball, he hesitates for just a second. And he swears, sometimes in the corner of his eye, he sees a quick flash of movement, or feels a breath of cold air when no one's near. Frank, the Headless Bowler. He might just be a story, a piece of old Chicago folklore. But if you ever bowl at that alley and your game goes unexpectedly south, well, now you know who to blame. He's still there, still playing his pranks, forever looking for a strike in the afterlife.